What is up, guys? It is Jacob from QuadHunting, and today we are starting kind of a mini series we're going to do in the top 5 bottom 5 lists, and it's going to be for the draft, and I'm going through each and every round up till 7 rounds. I know before the modern era there were, you go down to like 14 rounds, insane number of rounds in the draft. I'm not going to go that far because the modern era hasn't used that in a while. And there's just, once you get down to those really late rounds, you're just really picking at straws, and I can't complete a whole list on those. I might do a video where it has like some undrafted free agents and that kind of stuff, and guys picked later than round 7. So I might do that. Probably will now that I've said that. So anyways, we're doing top 10 because there's a huge selection. I have 51 years to go through, and we're doing bottom 10 for the same reason. Draft picks in each and every round, starting with round 1, which is today. So let's get into the top 10 Lions draft picks of the first round since 1966. Starting off at number 10, we have Jeff Backus. I know a lot of Lions fans didn't like Backus too much during his playing days, myself included, as we thought he would have been better suited playing right tackle or bumped inside to a guard position instead of playing left tackle, but it's time to face the facts. Since being drafted in 2001 with the 18th overall pick, Backus went on to start every game he played in. After starting 187 games in a row, which is a franchise record by the way, Backus added 4 more starts before he retired in 2012 to bring his total to 191 starts. Starting almost every game during your 12-year career, especially at an important position such as left tackle, is an amazing feat, and it deserves recognition. For that, Jeff Backus gets the number 10 spot on this list. At number 9, we get Luther Ellis. Ellis was drafted in 1995 with the 10th overall pick and played every season of his 9-year career besides his last season, which was spent with the 2004 Denver Broncos with the Detroit Lions, racking up a total of 327 tackles, 27 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, and 7 fumble recoveries during his time with the Lions, earned Ellis the nickname Pass Rushing Luther. Making the Pro Bowl twice during his Lions tenure was just a testament to his playing ability, and that is why Luther Ellis gets the number 9 spot on this list. Number 8 on this list is Mel Fara. Drafted in 1967 with the 7th overall pick, Fara just barely makes the criteria for this list. The do-it-all player was with the Lions for 7 seasons, racking up 4,446 all-purpose yards and 36 total touchdowns. Through his play he earned NFL Rookie of the Year in 1967 and 2 Pro Bowl appearances in 67 and 1970. And because of this, Mel Fara makes the list at number 8. And at number 7 in our list, we have Robert Porcher. Playing alongside the already mentioned Luther Ellis on the defensive line during the mid-90s, Porcher was a dominant force at defensive end after he was drafted 26th overall in 1992. Racking up 95.5 sacks during his 13 seasons with the Lions, Porcher also managed to get named to the All-Pro teams as well as the Pro Bowl in 97, 99, and 2001. Being the Lions' all-time leader in sacks as well as playing for the team for 13 seasons gets Robert Porcher the 7th spot on our list. The number 6 spot on this list belongs to the one Billy Sims. Being drafted first overall in 1980, the pressure was on to produce for the Lions, and did he ever. Though his career was cut short due to injuries, he only played 5 seasons with the Lions. Sims managed to record 7,178 all-purpose yards with just over 5,000 of them on the ground and 47 total touchdowns. Being named the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1980, Sims also acquired 3 Pro Bowl invites in 1980, 81, and 82, along with the second-team All-Pro nomination in 1980 and a first-team All-Pro nomination in 81. Sims ranks second in all Lions major rushing categories, coming in just behind a name that will be mentioned later on in this list, who also wore the same number as Sims. Because of his accomplishments, Sims gets the 6th spot in this list. Halfway through the list now, and coming in at number 5, we have Herman Moore. During the 1990s, the Lions wide receiving corps was among the best in the NFL, and Herman Moore led that charge. Drafted in 1991 with the 10th overall pick in the draft, Moore had a slow start to his career, only catching 11 passes for 135 yards and no touchdowns. The next 7 seasons after that, however, Moore eclipsed 900 yards every season and led the NFL in receptions in 1995 with 123 catches and in 1997 with 104. Moore held every Lions career receiving records with 670 receptions, 9,174 yards, and 62 touchdowns until just recently when a Decepticon shattered those numbers. Herman Moore is the 5th best first-round pick the Lions have made since 1966. Coming in at number 4, we have a current Lion, and that is Matthew Stafford. After going 0-16 during the 2008 season, the Lions desperately needed a franchise quarterback. Enter Matthew Stafford. Drafted first overall in 2009, Stafford had a rough start to his career, dealing with injuries and poor talent levels around him. In 2011, that all changed when he became the fourth quarterback in NFL history to pass for 5,000 yards in a single season. During his, so far, 9-year career with the Lions, Stafford has destroyed franchise passing records with 30,303 yards and 187 touchdowns. With so many teams failing to acquire franchise quarterbacks, it's comforting to know the Lions have finally found theirs. Because of that, Stafford gets the 4th spot on our list. Getting the bronze medal on this list is former left tackle Lomas Brown. While it may seem crazy to have an offensive lineman rated so highly on this list, it isn't too crazy when you actually stop to think about it. Starting off a whopping 251 games during his incredible 18-year career, Brown spent 11 of those seasons with the Lions after we drafted him with the 6th pick in 1985. While Brown was locking down the left tackle position for the Lions, he made first-team All-Pro 3 times in 1991, 92, and 95, while adding 3 seasons on second-team All-Pro in 1989, 90, and 94. On top of that, he made the Pro Bowl every season between 1990 and 95 with the Lions, and added 1 more in 96 as a member of the Cardinals. Brown was also a member of the Giants team when they won the NFC Championship game in 2000, and a member of the 2002 Super Bowl winning champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because of all this, Lomas Brown gets the 3rd spot on this list. The second best first-round draft pick the Lions have made since 1966 is none other than Calvin Johnson. Drafted second in 2007, thank you Raiders and Jamarcus Russell by the way, Johnson smashed Herman Moore's records during his 9th season with the Lions. On top of his 731 receptions, 11,619 yards, and 83 touchdowns, Johnson also holds the distinction of being on top of the single-season receiving yards record with the 1,964 yards he got in 2012. Other accomplishments include leading the NFL in receiving yards in 2011 and 2012, leading the NFL in receptions in 2012, and leading the NFL in touchdowns in 2008. Johnson is also a 6-time Pro Bowler, being voted to the game every season between 2010 and 2015, and being nominated to the All-Pro First Team in 2011, 12, and 13, and adding a second-team nomination in 2010. Calvin Megatron Johnson gets 2nd place on this list. And the best first-round draft pick the Lions have made since 1966 goes to Barry Sanders. Sanders is easily a top 5 running back in NFL history, and that all starts when he was drafted 3rd overall in 1989. Sanders holds all major rushing records with the Lions with 15,269 yards and 99 touchdowns. During his 10-year career with the Lions, Sanders was named Offensive Rookie in the Year in 89, Offensive Player of the Year in 94 and 97, and co-MVP with Brett Favre in 97. Sanders added 6 first-team All-Pro nominations in 89, 90, 91, 94, 95, and 97, and 4 second-team All-Pro nominations in 92, 93, 96, and 98. For those of you keeping track at home, that's a first or second-team nomination every season of his career. He also made the Pro Bowl all 10 seasons of his career as well. Sanders finished out his career being named to the NFL's 1990s All-Decade Team. Sanders is undisputably the best first-round draft pick the Lions have made since 1966. So what do you guys think of my list of the Lions' 10 best first-round draft picks since 1966? If you have any different opinions, leave them in the comment below. If you think some guys should have been higher, some should have been lower, some guys that were off the list completely should have been added in, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions and open to other options. But if you liked the video, like, share, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys for the bottom 10 first-round draft picks the Lions have made since 1966. See you guys later.